Hey gang, Alex here, back with another Scooby-Doo review. Today I'll be looking at the Scooby-Doo Where Are You Now reunion special, so grab yourself some Scooby snacks, because we've got a mystery on our hands and it's time to review it. So, starting off, wow, 52 years! 52 years of this cultural icon, this lovable, cowardly dog that we've all come to know, love, and his teenage friends, and solving mysteries, and eating food, and, you know, the chases, the music. Wow. And we get this nice little reunion special. It aired on the CW, and I think it's available for streaming now. And it's like this big celebration of Scooby and his history, and I had fun with it. I'll just say this up front. I had fun with it, but whoo, some of the choices they made. Wow. Okay. Yeah. Lot of weird choices. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's some good moments in there, and some good laughs, and a nice real celebration of Scooby Doo. But whew, uh, I don't know much about reunion specials. Apparently, the Scooby Doo one was based a lot around the Friends reunion special that kind of like aired. Um, I don't know much about that personally, but uh, it's 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 a really weird premise for how they start off with this. Starts with the Mystery Machine, like a real life version of it. It's not completely accurate. I mean, the paint job's pretty solid, but you know it doesn't have the tire casing and everything. It's not the actual Mystery Machine model. It's just one of the props they probably have from the movies or something. Actually, I think this was a new one, but uh, it's live action, but the gang themselves and a couple of special guests are animated, and they do something really weird here. Like, they portray them as actors playing the characters, kind of like how Scooby-Doo Goes Hollywood handled it, but not quite. Because in the Scooby Goes Hollywood special, the gang were pretty much themselves. Like, they kind of implied that they really did go on, like, some mysteries, like, at least maybe, like, the first season of Where Are You was, like, it was, like, real for them, and then and that maybe like the Scooby Doo show and so on was like them televising their mysteries or something. The Scooby Goes Hollywood special, it's funny, but that was kind of also a celebration of him. It was weird. It's weird when the gang are like actors playing these parts, and it just made this whole thing really strange. Because like the gang acknowledges that they don't really do all this stuff, and it's just weird because their actual voice actors like appear as part of the special, like for some interviews and stuff, and it it, it's just really weird. I mean, but you don't have to really get you don't really have to take it too seriously. You really can't take this too seriously. I mean, this isn't canon or whatever. It's just a celebration of Scooby Doo with some fun moments. It, I choose not to think of this as anywhere near canon because it's weird. It's just ugh. Ugh. But the gang arrives to like the studio, and then they meet the host, and the host does an okay job, but some of the actors and guests, when they're interacting with the gang, their acting felt a little bit off. I don't know if it was just because they were trying to interact with somebody that's not actually there, and they don't have enough experience for that, because it takes a lot of skill as an actor to to talk to somebody that's not really there. Like the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, and basically any movie that does the Roger Rabbit or CGI character. So, like, a lot of this special kind of felt cheap. Is what I'm really trying to get at. Like, it, some of the animation and some of the music choices, and especially some of the anime guest stars, because they had like some old Hanna-Barbera characters like Johnny Quest and the teenagers and Wonder Dog from the Super Friends cartoon, and the Powerpuff Girls, basically giving like a toast to Scooby and stuff. And whew, all they really did for those is just take some. They took some footage from like the old shows or whatever, and just kind of looped it, and did not do a good job syncing with the voices, and some of those voices did not sound great either. I don't know what the deal with that is. Batman was fine, and I was just shocked that it was the Brave and the Bold version of Batman, but that was probably the biggest Batman that Scooby-Doo has crossed over with, because they've done it kind of twice. Yeah, with the movie and everything. But that I'm pretty sure that was the Brave and the Bold's voice actor playing Batman, and I really liked that one. That was really good. The Speed Buggy one, I don't think that was Frank Welker voicing Speedy. It just sounded and the Powerpuff Girls. They used the 2016 versions, and oh, that was probably the worst looping footage. Oh, you could tell where the money went. It did not go into that, but when them interviewing and going into like the history and the behind the scenes stuff, like the real stuff, because they had some like joke stuff as well, like Scooby needing a voice coach and Shaggy having like a martial arts teacher, which that one was hilarious. That was kind of like fake jokey stuff, but like the real Scooby stuff when they got like historians and like Seth Green and people that worked on Mystery Incorporated and Be Cool and so on, talking about how what works with the show, why it's so meaningful for so many people. That was beautiful. And seeing some of the behind the scenes stuff, like the original concept arts and everything, that was really cool stuff. I liked that part. But the kind of like the main plot or whatever is they come together for this reunion special, and then they like make some jokes like they're going to be doing stuff that other reunion specials do, and there's like a joke about Scooby-Doo having illegitimate children. Okay. but then then you got like them saying that, basically saying that this isn't, that Scooby-Doo is not like the Scooby-Doo we see on TV. This is actor Scooby or whatever. So, and it's just weird. But then a monster shows up, and weirdly enough, the monster is live action. It's a real person in a suit. And it looks kind of cheap, but I liked what they kind of did here. Out of all the past baddies for them to pick for like a copycat villain for this reunion special, it was the Snow Ghost, which that hit me, because for years growing up, the one videotape I had of Scooby-Doo until I got like some of the movies and stuff. The one videotape I had of Scooby-Doo was 2 episodes of Where Are You with that Snow Ghost and the Redbeard pirate episode. It was just those 2 episodes on that one tape, and I would just watch them over and over and over again. So the Snow Ghost, that is like deeply ingrained into my brain, and just seeing that being the bad guy that they bring into this, just kind of made everything feel kind of full circle for me individually. But that was neat. Then they kind of do kind of like a low budget Scooby-Doo episode, kind of the gang splits up. They meet some people. There's a joke about Daphne liking hairy guys and dating Captain Caveman. They got there's some good laughs here. And then Scooby and Shaggy, they run into the fake Snow Ghost, and a chase scene ensues, and they pick the Scooby-Doo Abracadabra-Doo song from the opening of that movie. And they've done this before, especially with like the puppet Scooby-Doo movie, with the where they reused like several songs for the chase scenes from like the earlier 2010 direct-to-video movies, and I don't like it. If they were going to pick anything, reuse anything, I wish they like. Where's Terror Time? I would have loved to have that, or just even like the classic Scooby-Doo music from Where Are You, because that was the show that they like to reference a lot in this one, and I think like the classic original soundtrack would have fit a lot better than Abracadabra Do for that scene, but I what can you do? What can you do? They have a joke about Scrappy. I didn't like it. I mean, I used to think bashing on Scrappy was funny, because yeah, he's annoying. I get it, but I also grew up with the Red Shirt Shaggy movies where, hey, guess what? He wasn't as annoying in those because they gave him some stuff to do and toned him down a little bit, and they kind of made him the brains. And I read in like an interview on the Scooby Snacks blog, they had an excerpt, little article about an interview with one of the producers that worked on the reunion special, and apparently they toned down the Scrappy hatred for the final product. I'm like, because they all they really do is like Scrappy Do, more like Scrappy Don't, and referencing him like bashing Scooby on AOL chat rooms. Ugh, I just. At this point, I want like a proper reunion with Scrappy. Do away with like the bashing and the self-hatred. I'd like to see them reinvent Scrappy. Not bring him back as like a permanent member of the gang or something, but like maybe for like a movie or like a short series. Just have him like come back and stuff, and just reinvent him like it. Because he people were like complaining that, you know, why does he talk good and Scooby doesn't? Make him a prodigy. I mean, he built all those Scrappy traps and everything, and he and the Red Shirt Shaggy stuff. I mean, he was kind of the brains of the group. So make him a prodigy puppy, and who idolizes his uncle Scooby, and you know, then he sometimes he gets a little in over his head, and so Scooby kind of has to drag him out of the way. But yeah, you can keep those parts about Scrappy that are true to his character, like his drive to solve mysteries, and kind of drag Shaggy and Scooby into a little bit. But like tone it down. I don't know. This is probably better for like a whole other video talking about Scrappy, to be honest. But yeah, that's beside the point. I've talked about Scrappy more than the special did. But you know, they had several montages with various moments throughout the series, and some of the picks were good. Some of the picks were a little strange. I mean, for they have like a whole segment based on like famous unmaskings, and okay, the skeleton pilot, I think, from like that was a weird pull, and then like the guy from like the first episode of Be Cool Scooby-Doo. I'm like, there were better unmaskings in that show, and I'm honestly surprised that they for Scooby-Doo and Guess Who, Mr. Peoples, not a bad pick. I would have picked the Joker episode from the Batman episode, because he was disguised as Man-Bat, disguised as Professor Lang. No, under Man-Bat, it was Professor Lang. Under that was Alfred, and under that was the Joker. You know, that's like four disguises deep. That would have been a cool unmasking to have included. But I saw that they also included like like the Christmas episode from What's New Scooby-Doo with the headless snowman. That was a good pick. But yeah, just weird picks for a lot of stuff. And then then the bad guy ends up being like some original character that they made just for the special, like that got cut from the series or whatever. And I'm just like, weak. Just really weak. It's kind of funny, but honestly, with the casual bashing of Scrappy, I was hoping that he was the bad guy again. And or that like the whole ploy was just would have been just him trying to reunite with the gang by making them solve a real mystery. That would have been interesting, but no. It is what it is, and it ends on a dance party with like with the cover of the What's New Scooby-Doo theme song. I'm like, okay, what is with the picks and the music? There are better Scooby songs out there. Where is my Terror Time? Why can't we get Terror Time again? And I'm honestly surprised that the Hex Girls didn't pop up in this. They only had an hour. No, only so much you can do. And like I said, I mean, I had a lot of fun. There were just a lot of odd choices overall. I would have done things a little bit differently, but for what it is, I like it. It's worth it checking out if you're interested in Scooby-Doo. Just take like the fun stuff that they do and the whole the gang being actors on the show. Take that with a grain of salt. I just like compartmentalize that away from the main Scooby lore. Ooh. Because I know way too much about the Scooby-Doo multiverse. Ugh. But, what are you going to do? Well, I don't really have much more to say, so thanks everyone so much. Please, if you like this video, check out some more of my Scooby-Doo reviews. I've done some of the direct-to-video movies, several episodes of Guess Who. I really need to start doing some more videos on the Guess Who episodes, so look forward to that. And I'd appreciate it if you subscribed. We also do games and talk about movies, and just we like to have fun here. So thanks everyone so much for watching, and until next time, Scooby-Dooby-Doo! Bye.
Well, we could